and welcome to episode 122 of the Cat Lady podcast. My name is Andrea, also known as the Cat Lady. That's 2 T's, C-A-T-T, craft all the things. Welcome. If you are new, first, it is November 5th, 2020. Welcome. If you are new, thank you for tuning in. I am primarily a fiber-related podcast, or not even really a podcast. Here I go on a lot of tangents, so here I go. So, like, these aren't really podcasts. Podcasts are like the iTunes things, right? We are like vlogs, blogs, but whatever. Apparently, I don't know, it always gets confusing when people ask, what podcasts do you recommend? And then they're like, oh, well, I can't find those on iTunes or the, podcast apps. Like, oh, because they're audio. They're looking for audio podcasts, not video. So anyways, sorry. I am primarily a knitting, spinning, sometimes crochet, sewing podcast with some extra crafts like perler beads and whatever strikes my fancy at the time. You can find me on the interwebs as the Cat Lady, that's 2 T's, or Facebook. The Cat Lady, I think I'm just the Cat Lady on Facebook too. So Facebook is the Cat Lady in a group. I have a group. And then Instagram is where I do a lot of my posting. And then Ravelry, which is still a thing. Still there. I'm still using it begrudgingly. But all my projects and stuff are updated on Ravelry. If you have any questions, you can contact me anywhere. You can contact me on Instagram. You can leave a comment below. You can email me at craftycatlady@gmail.com. The cat lady was taken. And Facebook, anywhere. And I'll be happy to chat with you. And if you are returning, thank you so much. It's been a while. I try to record every 2 weeks, but sometimes life happens. Lots of times life happens, so it doesn't always happen. So I'm a little bit farther behind than the 2 weeks, but last we talked was early October, so not a ton has happened. Of course, there's been a lot of things that have gone on, but not a lot of crafting has happened. So I was kind of in a good rhythm for a while, and now I've kind of hit a bit of a funk, but we're okay. We'll be okay. I do have some things to share. Into podcast news, nothing. There's really no podcast news. I do have a podcast group on Ravelry, which I try to post the links to the videos. When I do show notes, I do put them all below, and they're really just notes. They're not necessarily clickable links, so I do apologize. Sometimes there are, sometimes there aren't. And again, please ask me. Say, hey, what was that thing you did? I will send you a link. What was that tutorial you're talking about? I will send you a link. I will directly look it up and send it to you. But sometimes I just don't have time to look them all up and copy and paste them all into a, functional note list. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So, this is all free, I'm not getting paid to do this, so it's like it takes up a lot of time. Speaking of which, I do have a Ko-fi account, so if you go to ko-fi.com/thecatlady, you can help me continue doing these things and do make-alongs and giveaways and stuff. So the primary goal of the Ko-fi account is to just have money to use to purchase prizes for giveaways and to be able to ship those prizes because I've spent a lot of money on shipping. Usually prizes I get are donated or left or stashed or something, so, but I would like to support more makers of color and buy more either patterns or yarn or whatever from other makers and be able to donate those as prizes or use those as prizes. So if I collect a little bit of funds for that, I will do that. So I don't plan to have any more make-alongs this year, I think. Would be nice to do one more holiday themed something, but I probably won't. I'm just trying to keep things as simple as possible these days. Beginning of the new year, stay tuned. So if you want to donate $1 or $2, please feel free. I will be happy, and I promise you that money is strictly for the podcast. It's not even for supplies for the podcast, nothing. It's for prizes for you. And for the giveaway, make-alongs, and to support other makers. So that is really the primary purpose. So, speaking of new equipment for the podcast, so I'm using my camera, my big camera. I changed the settings, so hopefully it doesn't freak out when I put it in the computer. I have a ring light, which I'm hoping isn't shining crazily in my face. I can't see. I wear glasses, and I still can't see clearly the screen that is in front of me. So I'm like trying to figure out where it is. Oh, see, there it is. There's the ring light. You can see it in my glasses. So I'm trying to keep that out of my face. So it's like over here, up, down. So, but just to make it look like I know what I'm doing and stuff, and giving me some better lighting, which I actually had pretty good lighting, natural lighting today anyways, but you know, it doesn't hurt. I hope to get a microphone. Someone mentioned that the sound was bad last time, which it was really bad because I was on my iPad. My iPad does not play nice. I mean, it's old and it's got a crap. It was terrible. The video was terrible, so I apologize for that. So at least the quality will be good. Hopefully the sound is good today. And that's it for podcast news. Elephant in the room. If you're from the United States, you will know that we are on some crazy times. The election just occurred and there is no clear outcome right now. We are leaning towards a Biden win. Last I looked, which was pretty much the same that it said yesterday, where we are in this whole crap show of politics. I don't follow politics much, but obviously I know what's going on, and it's just very disappointing. So even if we get the win that we want, I'm a Democrat. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not going to talk too long about this because I'm trying to keep it short here. But I wouldn't class myself as a Democrat. Okay, I vote Democratic most of the time, but I don't just do that because that's what I am. I research the candidates. I pick the one that aligns most with what I believe in and how I feel. And at this point of time, I believe in Black Lives Matter. I believe in LGBTQI plus people. I believe in, love who you want to love, and right to marry, and equality for everyone, and immigrants deserve to come to a place that will accept them and they can live a good life and not fear for their lives in their home countries and all that stuff. So that's what I believe. So if you don't, then maybe we're not a good fit, and that's okay. So I'm just so disappointed because even if we get a win, it's like, it's too close. It was too close. This is all too close. Like, this, half the population still feels like all this is okay. Like, this was all fine. The white supremacy is fine, and that racism is fine, and sexism is fine. And that's really disappointing. So that's all I'm going to say for now. I feel very heavy today and yesterday and the day before and the day before and the day before. And I don't know how to process it. I don't know how to handle it exactly. So forgive me if I don't say much. I don't know what to say a lot. So just big sigh. That's all I'm feeling today. So, all right. So I will get into the knitting and crochet now. So and if you follow me on Instagram, I like I said, I haven't done a ton, so I've shared a lot of things I have done. So, but first off, I finished my dumpster fire 2020. So this was so the issue with that is it always wants to focus on my face, which is great, but so this is the Dumpster Fire 2020 by Kino Knits. And this was done in US 2s, 2.75 millimeter needles, and using the Harvest Mini set from the Cat Lady Yarns, which is me. So the colors we have here are Harvest Greens, we have Harvest Sun, it's the yellow, Harvest Pumpkin is the orange, and then Harvest, what was the red? Harvest something else. Boy, I can't remember the own color of my own yarn, so it'll come to me. And then there's Harvest Berries, which was a purple. Do I have the, oh, here we go. Harvest Apple, there we go, Harvest Apple. And then, yeah, so here's all my left, so this used like barely any yarn, so I have a ton left. And then, of course, the whole thing of purple. This is Harvest Berry. So I gotta find another project for that, which, yeah, I got a ton of yarns. These are 20 gram minis are huge. So I'm used to dealing with 5 and 10s because of my scrappy blankets, so these are just massive minis. So, and when Emily saw this, she's like, oh, well, that's a cute 2020 campfire. Yeah. No. I had to explain to her, this is a dumpster on fire because this is the year that we've had. So, so that was fun knitting the pieces. Not fun assembling the pieces. I don't like assembling things, but so here we are. But I did it, and it's fun. So next up is my Empower 2020 bandana cowl by Casapinka. So this was a very quick and simple knit. I just needed something very quick and simple, and I thought this would be perfect to wear for election day. So again, I posted this on Instagram. So this is in Knitpicks Brava worsted in the eggplant color. And this is using US 7s, 4.5 millimeters. This took me a day, pretty much a night, and then the next day. This was so quick. Less than a skein of yarn. I got my little vote pin from Katrinkles, so which came with something I will show you in stash. So yeah, this was my little cowl that also doubles as a little bandana head wrap. Which I mean, it's loose fitting, but it fits. I made the smaller size so that I could do it. So I got that. And those are my only finished objects. So like I said, I was pretty bare bones. Okay, only finished hand knitted objects. So stay tuned. In works in progress, I am working on the retro top or the Granny Square retro top by Star Lily Creations. This is a crochet project that I am not a proficient, whatever, crocheter by any means. I am in the middle of it still here. But, so this is the front and back panel. So here is one panel. Not finished yet. I still have to make a border around it. So here is a panel. This is the top panel. So there's more that's going to come on the top there. Here is the other panel with the border started here. So I'm making my way around with a granny border there. Granny. Oh, there's my loop here. So here's where I left off here. So I'm making my way around with the border here just to kind of get everything going. So I made all these squares and I had the seam all the, again, all the seaming. I don't like the seaming. Seaming all together. And yeah, I'm certainly not perfect, but once it's all together, it should be cute. But oh my gosh, the colors are so retro. I love them so much. So these are all scraps that I had. I don't know why I have so much of this olive green. I must have got it from my mom or something because she sometimes picks me up stuff from garage sales, but I have like 4 skeins of this olive green color that I'm like, why do I have so much? But holy moly, it goes so well with this. I have this like aubergine, I think it's aubergine, or it's purple. It's like this burgundy color, just kind of, I don't know if the color's coming through. We have the pumpkin orange, we have the purple, and then this mustard. And oh my gosh, this screams like 70s colorways. So I love it. So those are the 12 squares are done for the front and back. So these will go, these will all get seamed together. Now I have to do 12 squares for the sleeves. And I'm still on the fence. So this was a 5-round? Yeah, I think this was a 5-round square, and I have to make bigger squares for the sleeves. So I'm debating if I need to introduce another color in, which is what I was originally thinking, or if I just need to alternate these colors more in a different pattern to keep all these, because I have 5 colors there. So, and the green's gonna be on the outside, so that's the coordinating, that's the bring it all together color because I have so much of it. And it just works. So I don't know yet. I haven't decided. So like, do I make the centers do I make the centers all green on the sleeves, and then so the center and the outside, and then just do the alternating colors, the mixing of colors on the others? I don't know. Chime in if you have any opinions on what I should do. I don't think I want to add in another color for the sleeves. I think I just want to keep these colors. So and it's going to end in the green on the outside. So maybe do I just do green centers around, or does the mismatched centers look more fun? It kind of looks more fun. I don't know. So I need to play around. And I have a notebook that I literally wrote out the color scheme that I wanted. So I'll need to do that again. And that is using a hook size G on most of it, and then I'm stepping up to an H because the squares came out a little too small. So I'm sure it'll be fine. So hopefully it's got stretch in it. So now I'm using an H. Okay, and that is living in a box. That's No bag for that, it's just all in a box. And I'm keeping all my ends for some reason because I feel like I can do something with those. I don't know what, they're all these tiny little ends, but there's so many of them and they're pretty colors together, so I don't know. So next up, in my pumpkin bag that I made, I love this bag. Little pumpkin faces on there. I have my Rhinebeck Rainbow Twinsies socks. So I have been making twinsy projects with one of my really good friends, Jen, who is Storm Coast on Instagram. She used to have a podcast, the Uncreative Crafter. And we always do projects that are twinsies. So either same yarn, same pattern, same yarn and pattern, same pattern, same yarn, but different colors of the yarn. We've done all sorts of different fun things. So right now we are working on the Rhinebeck Rainbow socks, which this is the yarn from White Birch Fiber Arts. It came in two 50-gram balls, which the other ball is currently stuffed inside the sock. Keep it out of the way because I am currently starting, I did already start my heel on this one. So I have the heel done on this one. So I'm working on them 2 at a time concurrently, so not magic loop, but 2 sets of double pointed needles, US zeros, which is, I don't know what the millimeters I did. Oh, 2 millimeters, I did write that down. And the heel and the toe are in my After Midnight colorway from Cat Lady Yarns. Hard to tell, it looks black, but it is a dark navy, which it's beautiful. It works real well. Look at this, oh my gosh, look how gorgeous this is. It's just such a, I would die to see how they dye this, because it's just the subtlety of the colors, like it's beautiful. That is a beautiful, beautiful faded rainbow. I mean, that is just amazing. So, this is now my car knitting project because now that the kids are in school, more on that later, there is a lot of time sitting in the car waiting for a drop off and pick up. So yeah, so I just started the heel on the second sock. The heel I've been trying to not do in the car. I've done it in the car sometimes. It's dark. The yarn is dark, so I need to be in a well-lit area, and I need to not be distracted, and I need to like focus because, you know, it's a heel. So that is my Rhinebeck Rainbow socks. Those are my only works in progress right now, so I gotta cast something else on. My brain is so just, you know, I want to cast on a sweater. I have so many things I want to cast on, but I just don't know if I can handle it. So it's like, do I need another quick knit? Which I do have something on the radar for a quick knit. I don't think I talk about it because I don't have the pattern yet, so stay tuned. Maybe by next time. Maybe by next time I'll have it done. So. Onto the knitting machine. So I mentioned those were all the hand knits. So I have a knitting machine. I recently have upgraded, which I will talk about soon. But in the meantime, you all saw my wreath that I made. This is Karen Simply Soft, and now it has a bow. Oh, isn't that beautiful? I love it. So it now has a bow. This is in line brand Heartland. I love Heartland. I love this yarn. Heartland. It's just such a good yarn. This is like a heathered, kind of a heathered grayish brown, but just look at the subtlety of the colors, which of course I can't show you on the camera as well. I don't know if you can see the just small little flecks of color in there. It's just really pretty, and it's soft, and it's a nice yarn. So line brand Heartland, if you ever if you ever are needing some simple acrylic yarn, check that out. So this is my wreath. I love it. I want to make more. This was done on the knitting machine. So this is done on the large knitting machine, so the 44 needle knitting machine, and this is done, 44 I think, and this is done on the small one, which is the 22 needle machine. So you crank out the tube, crank out a big tube for this, and scrunch it all around a foam form that I got from the dollar store, and you cut it. You gotta cut. It's awkward. It's awkward. You gotta cut the foam and then slide the tube on, so the foam gets everywhere. It's kind of awkward. But then you just tie it on in different spots and floof it out. And then the bow, you tie in a really weird way. It took me like 10 times watching the video to get that right, but we got it. So the tutorial is from Angie and Britt on YouTube. I will try to link that, but if you Google Angie and Britt, they have a bunch of tutorials for knitting machines. So I love it. I love it. Can't wait to hang that somewhere. and make more. So next up is the pocket scarf. So if you've been following me for a while, you know I made a pocket scarf out of these. Oh, hey, it's right here. Look at that. I'll show you. So I made this pocket scarf back in the summer out of Bernat Pop yarn, the big yarn cakes. There's two cakes here. So some hair on there. I added the pockets after. So what I did is I picked up stitches along and added pockets, and it's a little funky. And the needles I used were a little too small. Should have used bigger needles. So it's a little, you know, puckered there. Not a problem really, but I still like it. And it's nice and long, so this one's really long. So this is the plus side of the applied pocket. I got more length out of the scarf. So that was the one I made earlier. But it was kind of a pain in the butt. Not that this one was not a pain, but this one was, I did a folded pocket. So the pockets, it's just a cleaner look. So I cranked out two full skeins pretty much. I left up just enough to do some tassels and to seam up the sides, but then you just fold it in half. Oh no, that's front. You just fold it up. So the bottom, you just fold up. And then you mattress stitch down the sides. And there is a lot more details in how to do this properly and make sure it's lined up. I used a tutorial from, what was her name? Did I write it down? I always write it down wrong. Jojo Juju on YouTube. I'll try to link that below as well. She's got, all she has is knitting machine tutorials. So if you look up Jojo Juju, I think she's French. I'm pretty sure she's French. So her accent's really cute. She's tons of knitting machine, all knitting machine with tutorials. And so yeah, so this was a folded pocket. So she shows how to mattress stitch it and how to kind of line it up. I had some little wonky spaces when it came off the machine. I did this on this was on the old machine. Yeah, I don't think I've actually completed anything on the upgraded machine. Anyway, so there's some weird puckering there, which almost makes it look like a rib. It's supposed to be ribbed here, but it's not, because it doesn't look like that on the other side either. So there's the other pocket. But yeah, I mean, you got some, I don't know if anyone would notice. Would anyone notice that? I don't know. I noticed it, of course. Oh, and I noticed an end is sticking out here. Oh, well, I gotta fix that. Probably don't need to fix that now, but we're gonna pull that out so I remember. So you tuck your ends in there, and this came out, so. So this one's a little bit shorter, which I'm really tall, so it really doesn't matter. It would probably fit well for a normal person. Try to stand up. So, but you know, actually, I mean, it's so stretchy. I could still just stretch my arms down. But the other one goes longer, for sure. But nice big broomy pockets. Fun tassels. I don't know. I like it. So this is in Bernat Pop Kitchen Kitsch. This is the colorway. I have more of this. I might make another one. I don't know if anyone's interested in purchasing these. I was thinking about considering selling some of these. So I don't know if there's an interest or not. I could put a couple listings of some things that I've made. I probably, you know, it's like, I don't even know. Would someone buy this one? I don't know. The pockets are funky. In my opinion, they're a little funky. They're a little small. Oh, they're cozy. They're cozy pockets. Hey, they're pockets. Everyone loves pockets, right? Oh, the yarn is very soft, though. This is a very nice yarn. I really like the Bernat Pop. So, I might make another one. I can't use all these. So, I mean, I could donate them, too. I have some hats I'd probably donate. It's using up stash, so much stash, though, which is really cool. Alright, so that was it. So last is, I'm calling Convertible Arm Warmers, made out of Lion Brand Scarfie. So I cranked out 120 rows is what I think it turned out to be, which is, so I'm calling them convertible for two reasons. So here is one. Okay, now I'll admit, this is made on the small machine, so 22 stitches. I have small arms, so obviously this is not going to work for a lot of people. It's going to work for teens, kids, or people with chicken arms like me. So the first up is the full arm warmer. So it kind of comes up here. Figure you wear it here, cover, you know, it's almost like fingerless mitt, but no thumb. I honestly, I made a sample. I really tried hard to figure out how to get a thumb in there, and I think I could do it, but it took like 3 tries to figure out where it was gonna go and how to, because it's kind of like doing an afterthought heel. You gotta like cut the yarn and then knit out the thumb. None of it just seemed right. I just didn't really like it. And then after I cranked this all out, I'm like, well, I don't want to screw it up, because I kind of screwed up the samples I made, which were out of junk yarn, so it was on purpose, so it didn't matter. So I don't like, you know what? I kind of just like, the, yeah, and you can just make it as, wear it as a, like an arm warmer. Bring it up, cover up your wrists a little. But then I thought, okay, well you can, oh, and I got two, or you can screw it down. You can do lots of things with it. But then the last thing that I thought you could do with it is you take it and you take the one end and bring it into the other. And it's just got the kind of rolled ends here. You can do like a smaller one or thicker. It's like real thick and it's kind of got, you almost like jelly roll socks. You got like that double rolled end there, which is kind of cute. Again, just get a wrist warmer, bring it up a little bit. And really cute. I really like the yarn in this too, so. So those are my convertible arm warmers. So either a long one or a short one, just fold it into itself. And lastly, but certainly not least, and of course I can't put it on because my hair is kind of up, I made a, so you've seen before, I made the giant like turban style headbands that go across pretty much your whole head and cover your ears. And so this one's actually just a headband. And this one, so the other ones, do I have one to show? I probably do. Let's see. I go back and forth on the way they're folded because I can never get it. I feel like I can never get it to lay right. Oh, it's the same color too. Okay, so here's the big turban one. And it's got this nice little twisty thing in the middle, but for some reason, when you stretch it out, it doesn't look as pretty to me because you can kind of see like the seam where it's seamed a little bit. And again, maybe it's just me being extremely picky, which definitely is a possibility. So I thought, okay, well I'm gonna try this way, which is just a twist. So you gotta zhuzh it a bit when it's on, but it's literally just, you made your tube, you twisted it, and then you have a seam on the back. But the seams don't bother me. I mean, especially it's going in the back. So this is just a twisted headband. So I liked it. I'll make more of these. I mean, I could actually, so like, yeah, I mean, like if you actually like seamed it down like that, if you wanted to hold the position of it and kind of squish it so it looks like a bow, then it looks awful similar. Sorta, kinda, I don't know. So that is my headband. But these are really cute. This is huge. So, and yeah. But, the seam, you make the tube and then you kind of fold it weird and seam it in the middle. So there's no seam in the back. But this one kind of lays over your whole head, covers your ears. Definitely serves a different purpose. This one's literally just a little cute headband. So that is that. And that was, again, made on the small knitting machine. So that is all for my knitting machine works. On to, and that was Karen Simply Soft, I believe. I don't know if I said that. I got yarn in my mouth now. Okay. Spinning! I touched my spinning for 2 seconds. So I accidentally pulled from the wrong end, so that's the other end. So, which end's which now? Those two go together. Okay. So I still have a ton left, but I actually did some for like 2 seconds. So this is Fiber Optics BFL, I believe, BFL Silk, called Once in a Lifetime. It was a Rhinebeck purchase from 2019? Yeah, I think so. It was on clearance, so couldn't pass it up. I love her yarn. I do love her fiber, so. Sad I didn't get any this year, but I still have all done from last year. So. Yeah. Because I could have got some, but I didn't. So that's it. So I worked on spinning for 2 seconds. In other crafts, there are no other crafts. So on to stash. So speaking of Rhinebeck, it was just a sad day. a sad, sad day. Like, I mean, it was a nice day, but it was a sad day. I was just so one time a year I get to see all my knitting friends and the friends that I don't see in person ever. And my only time I get to see Jen, my Twinsie friend, and it's just sad. And it was a beautiful day, and it was a beautiful day in New York, and it would have been beautiful. It's just a fun time. So I did have fun posting pictures and reminiscing and, you know, doing all that. And I still bought a bunch of stuff. So, you know, my wallet didn't, my wallet did save money because travel and room and board and all that stuff I saved. But I bought stuff. Almost like I was there. Everything I bought was a Rhinebeck themed thing, so, which is really funny, but I love Rhinebeck themed stuff. So, on to it. Well, first off, okay, well, maybe I'll save that since... No, first off, Amy from Happy Little Yarn sent me a package. And it came right after my birthday. It was supposed to be like a birthday / sorry you missed Rhinebeck present. It was amazing. So she went above and beyond, and I'm speechless. So she got me a remotely Rhinebeck package from Eat Sleep Knit, which I believe is her local yarn store. So it came with this lovely bag. And then it came with some yarn. So this is Spun Right Round Squish DK in, what's this called? Wool and Donuts. I have never had a donut at Rhinebeck because I get donuts here all the time. Like apple cider donuts are like everywhere. There's like 10 cider mills within 15 minutes of me, so I've never gotten the donuts. but this is really pretty yarn. The Wool and Donuts. Come on, camera. There you go. Very pretty. And then this was, I don't think this was part of the kit, but this is TTK Sock, who is this Teal Torch Knits in Last Drops of Summer. So look at this bright and fun thing. I got some neon orange and pink with purple speckles and stuff. Real funny. Real fun. This is a 75-25 merino fingering, and this one was a DK. It was a Squish DK, 100% superwash merino. So, the Wool and Donuts came with the kit, and also came with the kit was this little alpaca book. Little notebook, and then a matching alpaca pencil. Cute little pencil. Probably just keep those on my desk. Pure Vermont maple syrup. Ooh, yes. We are having pancakes this week, so this might just, and I'll have to save this bottle because it's cute. But I will be indulging in that this week. We love sweater weather, Eat Sleep Knit with this cute little cat on it. Oh my gosh. So, and I have been waiting to use this mug, but I didn't want to use it until I podcasted, so finally can take this downstairs. And then it came with, I think, the llama sticker and a little ruler. This is Eat Sleep Knit. The cat's in here, not supposed to be in here, but I did left the door open. Oh, the pin. Little cat pin. Put that with my pins over here. And maple candies, which surprisingly I have not eaten because I kind of packed this in this box and can we see maple candy? It's candy. It's candy. No big deal. 3 of them, which Emily's like, are you gonna share? I'm like, well, I don't have enough for everybody, so I just gotta keep them all to myself. And then and there was a postcard, and then she attached this. It's really funny. Darth Vader wearing mini ears sticker. Come on, you can do it. Anytime now. Oh, there we go. There we go. Darth Vader Minnie Mouse. Okay, and I got stickers over here. Okay, that's gonna go up here. See if I can get those in there. Whoop. I had my other Baby Yoda sticker in here, but Emily took it because it was technically hers. So we'll put that one there. So this was nice. Okay, so now. Oh, I have 2 llama stickers. Ooh, pink llama and a green llama. Llama. Okay. Or alpaca, whatever they are, I don't know. And just add it to the pile of stuff. Just throw stuff everywhere. Okay, so now I can take my mug back downstairs. I can take my syrup downstairs. And that's that. So that was amazing. Thank you so much, Amy. I loved it very much. That's here. Okay. I got Into the World. I wanted one fiber purchase. Not that I need any more fiber because I haven't been spinning, but I always get something fiber related. Fiber, like spinning fiber. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'll take this out. This is the Into the World, and it's a bat. I kind of wanted a bat because I don't have a lot of bats, and bats are fun. I haven't taken this out yet. This is the Rhinebeck colorway, and it is a big bat. It is 4-ounce bat, which usually bats come in, how many times can I say bats? Come in 2 ounces. So this is like a giant bat. Oh my god. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Look at it. Stop looking at my face. Hopefully it's focused. I can't tell because it's my camera. There it is. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. And so look at that smooth gradient again with the smooth rainbows. Oh, yes. So that is Into the World, which very popular, and I usually end up buying stuff from them every year. I usually get the bits and bobs spinning sets. Get in there. So yeah, I was pretty happy to support them, and oh my gosh, this Rhinebeck color. Oh, sorry. Okay. So that was that. I've gotten everything except for one purchase, my Twinsy purchase, because we still did a Twinsy purchase. Every year we tend to do a Twinsy purchase, me and Jen. So we've done Miss Babs twice in a row. So we did something else, but I haven't got that yet. But speaking of Miss Babs, I decided I'm gonna get my Miss Babs anyways, because I've done it for 2 years in a row, why not again? And she did not disappoint, and it was so easy to order online because it was just click, you didn't have to wait in line. I kind of joked with my husband, I said, oh, go sit down, you gotta order that for me, because he's been my line waiter for the last 2 years. So this is the Tarte Base fingering yarn, 500 yards. So nice. It's called Apple Season, Rhinebeck 2020. So she had 2 Rhinebeck colors. She had Apple Season and she had something violets, like a purpley color. I loved this one. This one was just really pretty. So really pretty pinks with some speckles in there. So very pretty, very pretty. 500 yards. It's a nice 75 merino, 15% nylon, 10% tencel. That gives it an extra little softness. That tencel is soft. But what was I gonna say? I never get to pick my base when I go, because the booth is just like a madhouse, and I literally just reach into whatever the fingering section is, because they're always usually in sections, grab 2 of whatever, because it's been a Twinsy thing, and what I pull is what we get. Maybe once I saw the sparkle and I grabbed the sparkle intentionally, but usually it's just like, okay, this fingering weight, okay, I got 2, let's go. So this one I actually got to look at all the bases online and see what she offers, and yeah, so this is the Tarte Base, and it's a hefty base. 4.3 ounces, 500 yards, so I'm excited. Apple Season. And then she sent this little mini, well, these are really cute. So it says, swatch me a 10-yard sample of Sanatia fingering weight. It's 75-25. So just a little pink color, but it's just 10 yards, so tiny little thing. Then it says, touch this, a sample of Miss Babs Moon Glow lace weight mohair silk. So just something to kind of sample her stuff. Come on. Hide my face. There it goes. And then we got a couple stitch markers on the corner there. So it was a nice package from Miss Babs. She's got her own tissue paper. How fancy is that, huh? Can we see it? I don't know. There we go. Okay. So that was my Miss Babs Rhinebeck purchase. And then, oh my gosh. So what I did was I went through the hashtag New York Sheep and Wool, or I think it was New York Sheep and Wool hashtag, and I was just looking to see what yarns were exclusives and what were coming out for vendings and whatever. Because I didn't end up paying the fee for the virtual show, and I didn't do any of that. I just kind of purchased through Instagram pretty much. So what do I have here? So I saw this and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to have it. I have to have it. And so I got it, and it's gorgeous. So this is the O-Wool O-Wash Fingering. This is a Rhinebeck exclusive, hand-dyed in upstate New York with earth-friendly dyes that meet organic standards. So it's an organic wool, that's what the O-Wool is. And it was dyed by Home Row Fiber Co. So it was like a collaboration. And this is called Rustling. Oh my gosh. I'm like, you know what? I need two. I don't know what I'm doing with it, but I gotta have two because this needs to be something like amazing. So I got two of them. And then later that day, she's like, oh hey, here's a free pattern for the exclusive yarn that uses two skeins. So I got the pattern, which I will show you hopefully later in a few minutes, and I can use these two skeins. So that's what I might do. I haven't decided yet, but I knew I needed two because, you know, I always get these one skein wonders and never know what to do with them. And I have a lot of small shawls and cowls. I kind of wanted to I had a feeling I needed two, so I got two. And then the last thing that I have here I can show, like I said, I have yarn coming from Destination Yarn is the company, and I did order two skeins. So me and Jen ordered a Twinsie skein, and then I ordered something else. She had two, and she was indeed an Indie Untangled vendor, so they are both the exclusive colorway she had for Indie Untangled. But then lastly, I have the Catrinkles Not Rhinebeck 2020, so another exclusive set. It came with a set of stitch markers, which has a bunch of little silly sheep on there, and says not Rhinebeck on there. So then we have the ruler. Then this was a little bundle. I just got the bundle just because. And I sent one to Jen as well, so we have the matching Catrinkles bundle. But it's a little sheep dreaming of Rhinebeck. Super cute. And this is like another little, so two rulers of sorts. And then I gotta put this on my keychain, so I haven't yet. Again, I've been saving everything in the podcast, so I haven't like used anything. So we got the little keychain. Not that well, I could put this somewhere. I gotta put this somewhere. I don't know where. But it's like the virtual sheep on the computer. It's super funny. And then, oh, this has got to go on my sweater. So I made my sweater and I wore my sweater, the Keen pullover sweater, which I do not know the front from back very easily. So this is going to be perfect. This is going to say not Rhinebeck 2020. So that is going to be my little way of knowing the front and back of my sweater. So that is going on my Keen sweater. Once I lay it on when I lay it out and I see how the neck lays, because it's a little higher in the back, I can tell. But when I just pick it up, I can't tell. So this is going on my sweater. So that is my Catrinkles package. So I will have one more thing to show off eventually when supposedly it's supposed to ship out early November, which is like now. So hopefully soon. Boy, this is going on way longer than I had planned, but I hadn't podcasted in a while, and I had a lot of stash. Oh, patterns. So I was going to try to show you on my phone the patterns I got. So I got a couple patterns, not in any particular order. I'm going to show you this one first because it is still open on my phone. So this is the Fast Fashion Sweater by Sophia Talley, who is Drunk Knitter on Instagram. So I will show you that. So that is a one ball sweater using Lion Brand's Pound of Love. So it's like a $10 sweater. So like, how cool is that? I'm totally gonna buy the Pound of Love and try that because I'm all about acrylic sweaters because they're cheap and I can wear them and I can wash them and it's fine. I do eventually want to make a wool sweater, but for now, pretty cool with the acrylic sweaters. And it's a cropped sweater. It's really cool, like a cowl neck type turtleneck or mock turtleneck, I don't know. So I bought that because it looked fun. And then, again, I'm going in no order. I'm just going in what's in my library here. This is the Dive In Cowl by Stephanie Lotvin, who is Tilly Bean Knits. This was really, really pretty. So let's see. It's very like, I don't know, it's just got a really cool pattern design. And this was free through her mailing list, so I got this for free. But that's really pretty, and it uses mini skeins, so I don't know if I can, I don't know how many mini skeins. I wonder if I can incorporate the Harvest minis. That could be fun if I can incorporate those in, because I have so much left. I don't know how big the minis need to be, but that was a pretty cowl. That's really pretty. And of course I've been digging the color work, so. So I got that. And then we got, come on. Oh, here's the rustling, or crunch time. That's the name of the pattern. This was using the rustling from Ogle. So this pattern is by Jocelyn Tunney. Oh my gosh, look how pretty this is. Gorgeous, gorgeous, the shawl. I mean, that is just gorgeous. And it's used 2 skeins of the rustling colorway. So I mean, like, that was like a sign from heaven there, that like, okay, I need to make this. And it's a very large shawl. So that is on the potential list. Very pretty. I asked her if I should alternate skein. She said, of course. I said, I don't like you. That's not how the conversation went, but it went like that in my head. But I just wanted to confirm. I said, did you alternate skeins? And she said, well, I have to tell you yes, but so they may not have. I don't know, but I will see. Another free pattern. They had another exclusive colorway that was called, I don't have color, but it was really cute. So this was called Spooky Season, with their other exclusive color that they had, which was the pink. So super, and this was DK weight, so I could I think this was DK. I know this was fingering. I don't remember what weight it was, but totally make that maybe next year. Dye up some yarn for that. So that was fun. That was another freebie. And then last, but certainly not least, I purchased the Westboro hat by Selma Knits. Little Big Knits, I think is her podcast name. I can't remember. Selma Insessulus. I can't pronounce her last name very well either. So, but this is the Westboro hat. I was going to use, let's see. But Selma is a good friend, so. Then I only get to see a Rhinebeck, so I didn't get to see her this year either. There it is. A really pretty, kind of slouchy hat. So she has it as a fingering weight hat, or sport weight, but then she recommends you can hold mohair together with it. So there's another slight tangent that I didn't talk about. So I have yarn that I got last year for the Sparkling Cider hat by Wool and Vine. I made the whole ribbing, started the pattern, screwed it up, couldn't fix it, ripped it out. Frustrated. Mohair is not easy to do like lace work with, which the pattern called for mohair and fingering. So and it's got cabling in it too. And so I don't know. I don't know if I need to give it another try, but I thought I could do this with it because it's just bobbles in there. There's no lace work. There's no cables. But I also have beads. So I thought, well, how can I incorporate the beads in there? Which I think I could. I've never knit with beads though, so now I have to just like incorporate them into a pattern that I have no idea what I'm doing. So I don't know. But and the yarn that I have is kind of dark. So for the Sparkling Cider, I thought maybe I feel like I would lose the pattern and to do all that work and not be able to really see the patterning in there. So I might. I think I'm convincing myself to do this. So, oh, battery's getting low. So, oh boy. Talking too much. Okay, so that was all my patterns. So, last but not least in stash, I got a wine advent calendar from Aldi. And it is awesome. So, very long story short, I purchased a beer calendar from Costco on Sunday, knowing full well I was going to Aldi on Wednesday. But I didn't know if I was going to get the calendar on Wednesday because they sell out and you got to get tickets and you got to get there in a certain time. Well, I had some friends that were going there too, so they got me tickets. So I ended up getting 2 calendars, 2 wine calendars. I gave one to a friend. And then I like hemmed and hawed. I'm like, oh, really shouldn't do a beer and a wine calendar. I really shouldn't do a beer and a wine calendar. I could, really shouldn't. So, you know, I'm trying to be a little bit healthy. Yeah. Okay, and so now that my friend has the wine calendar, my other friends have the wine calendar, so I kind of wanted to keep the wine calendar. So like, okay, what do I do with the beer calendar? So I'm giving it to my sister-in-law and her husband, so they can split it too, because their beers were like 17-ounce beers, so that's huge. I like beer, and I would probably really enjoy the calendar, but that's a lot of beer. I don't drink every night. So a glass of wine I can do, the small glass of wine I can do, the giant beer every night, I don't know. So I'm giving it to my sister-in-law, so that's fine. And then I ended up getting a third wine calendar at a different Aldi, and I gave it to my dad's wife because she likes wine too, and she was jealous of it last year, and I'm like, you know, I should get her one. So I got lucky and they had like 4 left, so I got lucky and got her one. So everyone's drinking wine this year. And I also got 4 chocolate calendars for me and the family, so all of us will open the chocolate calendar, and then I got the cats 2 cat calendars, which hopefully they like the treats, but I have no idea. I've never seen a cat advent calendar, so my little babies will have an advent calendar. My batteries might go, so I may not have time to talk about everything. But life in review, kids are back in school, like physically in school. They're wearing masks. They're spaced apart. They're in their little cohorts, as they call them, the classes. They don't leave their classrooms. They stay with their classrooms outside. They even sectioned off the playground into sections, so each classroom gets its own section. They're really, really working hard. And some other schools in the neighborhood, in the neighboring communities, have gone remote again. And I don't think it's for outbreaks. More of it's just because the county is not doing well. Because people can't stay home and people can't mask up. And I'm really angry. I'm just an angry, angry woman lately with all this stuff. I'm just so mad. I'm just so mad. The kids really just, the last week has been so good for them and for me. And they need to be there. They just really need to be there. So everyone needs to just get their act together and stop going to parties and having big weddings and stuff, and just wear their mask and just stop. Think about other people. Okay. Anyways, I had a birthday a couple weeks ago. Turned 40. So there's that. It's a little disappointing. I had envisioned, I told Jim like 2 years ago, I want a party for my 40th birthday. And then last year, I want a party for my 40th birthday. And like this year, I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not getting a party for my 40th birthday. Jim's like, we'll make it up next year. Well, we'll see. Oh, where's my thing? So, we had a nice time. My family, of course, did the best they could. I got 2 new knitting machines. So I got the Addy king size, which replaces the Jammet that I had. I'm still keeping the Jammet, but the counter doesn't work anymore. And then I got the Addy Pro, which is the small one. So that's what made like the little bow and the arm warmers and the smaller things. So I thought, you know what? It's my 40th birthday. I can get some fun things. So those were my main presents. And then the kids got together with Jim and got me some silly things. First of all being my little baby Yoda, the child. So I got him. He's super cute. Oh, look at him. And then I got the child Chia Pet. Chia. Which is sprouting right now. Sort of. I don't know how well it's going to grow, but, how well does this thing ever work? But it came with enough chia seeds for like 3 times, so I can try again. Jim got me a really fancy cake that I picked out. But I got really nice cake, so that was like my one request. So, like, I want a real cake. I want a cake from a real, like, bakery. And it was from a upscale grocery store. But it wasn't like, from Kroger, where you just pick it up off the shelf. You had to order it. So it was a special cake. It was a white chocolate raspberry. Oh, it was so good. Let's see. So that was, and then my dad and his wife stopped over and got me a puzzle board, which is the coolest thing ever. So I've done a couple puzzles since, but it's a large board. I think it was 24 by 30. And it's got 4 drawers that pull out. And it's got a cover on it. So it's this big flat board that you do the puzzle on. You can put all the pieces in the side piles. And then you can cover it with this like kind of weighted mat. and then you can slide the whole thing under your couch, or you just keep it on the table and keep it from getting knocked around. So it's really cool. So that was fun. I got a gift card for my mom for Joanne, so I get to go yarn shopping again, or craft shopping. And yeah, we had a good day. Halloween was fun. We dressed up as characters from Gravity Falls, which is a cartoon, Disney cartoon the kids really liked this summer. Definitely not a traditional Halloween. We didn't go trick-or-treating. We didn't pass out candy, but we did drive around the neighborhood and drop off some things for some of Emily's friends that she plays with, so that was fun. We did a scavenger hunt for the kids where they went around and looked for little trinkets we bought from Oriental Trading, and then they found a basket full of more trinkets and full-size candy bars. So they had fun with that. We did a Halloween-themed gingerbread house, which apparently is a thing we've done the last couple of years, so it's a gingerbread house, like, but with Halloween-themed decorations. So it looks like a haunted house. We did snacks, homemade pizza, and we stayed up till midnight. So that was the big kicker. The kids were playing video games, so they had a blast. So all in all, it went well. But it was definitely just different. We all dressed up, and so took our pictures, and that's when we went around to the friend's house. So we still wore our costumes. Our wedding anniversary is November 1st, so that's always strange because it's the day after Halloween, but it was a terribly cold, windy, snowy day, which is always just funny because our wedding day was a beautiful fall, blue sky, crisp day. It was perfect. So, I mean, I was just so thankful for that because, like, it's really hit or miss. We've been married for 12 years, together for 14. Went to Costco. That was our fun adventure for the day. So again, not the year of celebration. So, well, it is what it is. All right, last but not least, business and dyeing update. I am working on the 12 days of yarn, and I'm very happy with how they're turning out. I'm very happy of the limited quantity I did. I'm very happy with everything that's going together with that. I have ignored the business, everything else around about the business so far. So there are some things up there that are just sitting there. I need to promote it again, but that's okay. I'm just taking my time. I'm hoping for a giant update at some point, either at the end of the year or beginning of next year. Am I still? Okay. But I'm hoping next year to do a 12 and 24 calendar. I'm really, again, I'm just so pleased with the way I did this because it was all very last minute. So now I have time to plan. I know how long it takes to dye at least the 12s. Skeins and like how the dye sessions are working out and how the minis are acting and how everything I'm just really happy with how everything turned out, and I really hope everybody who ordered them likes them because I really like them. So next year I now have a whole year now to plan for next year, so I'm pretty happy with that because usually you plan these things in like summer and I literally just launched. So big things coming, hopefully. Sign up for the newsletter. I gotta hurry up because my camera's gonna turn off in a minute. So, and my batteries are flashing. Everything's going crazy. So business is business. It's a little slow right now on the front end, but just know that my brain and in the back end, there's a lot of things going on back here. So please stay tuned. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for everyone who's purchased from me. And I really appreciate this. And I hope everyone has a good couple weeks. I will be back and be able to talk more. Hopefully not such a long thing. Hopefully the kids are still in school. It's nice and quiet, no interruptions. Hey. So thank you so much. I appreciate everyone. Please, just everyone take care of each other. Everyone, please just be nice to each other, and just please, just everyone just stay home, wear your mask, and go out there and craft all the things.